Howdy, y'all. Today's story time was originally for my coffee page. However, I've since restructured that and it is now on A&T Supreme. The story is too good not to share with y'all. It was Tara's first page shoot. I accompanied her transportation, security, moral support. It's one hell of an experience. This story time is for educational, of course, and entertainment purposes only. Please don't be hateful or harass anyone you think this may or may not be about. Yeah. And without further ado, let's get into it. I applied to a casting that was looking for a model to do a activewear in the city photo shoot. Thought it was something I could do. I have plenty of workout gear, and like Ashley just said, first paid gig. I'm trying to build that professional portfolio. To start somewhere. Yes. I applied. The photographer got back to me. He wanted to do a little Zoom meeting before the actual shoot, which I thought was a green flag.
Oh yeah, no, I love that. It kind of takes the awkwardness away, and you kind of look-see here that person. I love that idea. That's great. We'll give him that.
And during the Zoom meeting, relatively pleasant, didn't feel anything was off. We talked about cosplay and, inspiration for the shoot, blah, 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 time and place. However, the days leading up to the shoot, I got a little suspicious. If I remember correctly, we shot on a weekday. We were talking like the week before, and he emails me a reply that's like, "Great, see you on Saturday." Benefit of the doubt.
Sure, people get mixed up.
Yes. I just, gently, politely correct him. Like, oh, did you mean whatever day? And he's like, oh yeah, sorry about that. I'm like, cool. And then on the drive there, I remember you mentioning that the restaurant that he wanted us to meet up at.
I forgot. Was closed.
Yes. Even though he said that it would be open and that I would have a space to change outfits for the shoot,
right,
a la the bathroom.
No, but anyone who uses Google would know that it wasn't open.
I think there was definitely a part of me that desperately wanted this to work out because of the circumstance.
Of course.
And like we were shooting in like daylight. There were people around. It was a public place, but it's like I was sort of willing to look past or try to like mental gymnastics my way into justifying what was going on just so I could go through with the shoot. Does that make sense?
No, of course.
Especially on Instagram, I feel like I talk about it the most. Like, I'm all about safety and being selective with the gigs you take and the shoots you do, and don't be afraid to tell someone no, and have boundaries and have that strong sense of self.
Sometimes though, when you are starting out, you do take on things that you're not 100%, or you are building your portfolio. It's not totally useless. So I don't blame you for that, because I remember like the pictures were okay, right? You got good. He's just like quirky,
turns on the charm,
sort of entitled, that it's okay if I enter certain spaces that are clearly blocked off.
It was in
I used to go there all the time.
The photographer, seemingly familiar with the city. This experience is partially why I usually don't shoot outdoors unless the photographer has like a changing tent or like there's a bathroom. I get it. They want to shoot multiple looks, but it's like, okay, when and where? How?
No, the logistics.
You have to figure it out. So he asked me to like pull down my strap a little bit, and I'm like, this immediately rubs Ashley the wrong way.
Because I'm like, this is athleisure, like sporty, kind of like running or something.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Athleisure can be sexy, just to be clear, but I agree with you that it just doesn't really fit the vibe of.
And then the thing that really bothered me was then he was like, push your boobs together, and I'm like.
I need to mention as well that I did not give Ashley enough context before the shoot.
No. Yeah, she really didn't. So I don't blame her for, like, reacting or behaving. Now that she, like, totally popped off, but you'll understand as we keep going. No, you didn't. But, you know, you were mean mugging, or, like, you showed your feelings on your face. Because... Again, someone had to get a grip on the situation. Well, yeah. Despite you saying, hey, the fucking restaurant's not open. Can we go somewhere else? What's the plan? He's like, no, it's open. No, it wasn't. You couldn't change. Whatever. Again, the pictures look great. And I thought overall, he was behaving like normally. But it is just kind of like, what? And maybe he was asking you to like push your boobs together to sort of like be lighthearted or whatever. But at the end of the day, you're just some dude. You know what I mean? And like... Yeah. You're here just taking your first gig, and that's really awesome. And I'm glad that got the ball rolling. But I'm like, what the fuck did you just ask? So we move away from the water, and we do some shooting in the street. That's okay. We round the corner of the same restaurant we've been talking about because he wants to shoot on the premises, but in their, like... I guess, loading area. The photographer really wanted to capture behind the scenes content. No. And okay, so I'm doing this shit for Tara because I'm here for Tara. So I'm already doing that. We already talked about this. And then he goes, oh, you know, can you take some stuff for me too? Some BTS? And I'm like, sure. And when we're in the street, he gets a few pictures. I went around him, you know, I did the whole damn thing. He had a bunch to pick from. I did some videos, different angles, etc. When we're shooting in this like loading dock alley, he's taking pictures of Tara, and then he turns around and he goes, BTS? And I go, I already did. He's like, oh, I didn't see you like do it. And I'm like, dude, well, you should be focused on shooting me because you hired me. Exactly. I was like, I'm here for her. There is a door on the side that's wide open. It's the staff like doing whatever they're doing. They're closed. So this guy just like dips inside. The photographer. And we're like, he's like looking around. One of the employees, manager or something's like, sir, like, how can I help you? How can I help you? What are you doing? We're closed. And he's like, oh, I just, you know, I've been here before. He's like, I'm a curious guy. Oh, yeah. He's like, I'm just a curious guy. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? That was the first trespassing example. And I just want to say, now that I remember, during our Zoom meeting, he literally said, I don't like surprises. This shit was full of surprises. It really was. It's so ironic. Tara doesn't disclose all the details to me, but I'm happy. No, it's fine. I'm happy to be there. The second incident, walking along the street of the waterfront, and you see a staircase, and you go all the way up it, and it's like this whole graffitied out overlook. Amazing. I've never been, but it's worth the visit. However, this thing was like clearly caution. It was barricaded, like not in the way that is sort of like, oh, I don't give a fuck about this. It's like, oh no, they're doing work up here. You're not like wearing the shit to like get all rugged and climb around stuff. And I know you didn't want to say it, or like it's awkward, but I was like, you know, we're not going up here. We're uncomfortable doing this. We're not climbing. And I think that's important too, just to be like, hey, I started speaking up because it was easier to do so when Ashley started to. Yeah. And part of my hesitancy, it wasn't because I was like compliant or with the shits. I certainly wasn't. I'm worried about coming off a certain way or being unprofessional. And it's illegal to trespass. It's illegal. So I'm not trying to catch a case because of a photo shoot. The third and final incident of trespassing, we are walking back towards like where we parked, you know, still on the road, and we walk past this boat rental. The gate was open, but there wasn't really anybody in this like lot right by the water, and we're walking through all these boats that are on racks, and then we go to this pier that's like, can't fucking get on the pier without your life jacket, you're gonna fall into the river, or no trespassing, and he's like, okay, stand over on this pier. Let me start setting up my camera and all this. And again, people are like, sir, you're not allowed to be on here. He's like, oh, but what about for this? And what about pictures? And it's just, again,
Ashley and I just walked away. We said, so sorry.
Yeah,
we're out of here.
We're not gonna, because it's like, again, it's this like sense of entitlement.
Super awkward, totally unnecessary, really uncomfortable.
Just weird. And it's like, really, for what? And again, it wasn't like the pictures were all bad, but like we had gotten a lot of stuff with what we had. He wasn't able to provide you with a space to change. So it is what it is, with your outfits. Obviously, some places were blocked off, and that's fine that we weren't able to do. But like, yeah, he just didn't care, and that bothered me, and
bothered me too. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this story time. Please let us know if you want more. We would definitely love to make them. We have plenty of stories to share. Oh my gosh, I've been thinking of things already. There's so much to talk about between you and I, everything we've experienced together. So let us know if you've had a similar experience. Hopefully not, but it's a safe space. Feel free to share with us. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel, A&T Supreme. Check out all of our shorts, our other long form content. Until next time, bye.